Hello and welcome back to our series Getting Started. My name is Gordon Dotterman. I'm from FTC Team 8372, and today we will be going over how to hardware map your motors, servos, and sensors.
Now, hardware mapping allows the robot to associate the motors and servos and whatever else you have plugged in to your CPDM or Rev Robotics hub with a variable that you have declared within your program. That way, the program knows where to send the electrical signals whenever you change the speed of a motor or the position of a servo or how to get certain data from the sensors. So you have to do this with any components that you have or that you at least want to use in your program. You don't have to map everything, but it is highly suggested. So before the init in event driven, you should declare a variable of type component and the name of your choice. So the variable can be DC motors, servo, CR servo, color sensor, touch sensor, gyro sensor, etc. So basically, any type of component that is separate from others will be a type that you can hardware map. So keep that in mind when you are declaring your variable to make sure that you get the right component. So to hardware map, the syntax for hardware mapping is your desired name, so whatever you declared your variable as before the initialization statement, equals hwmap.component type, so whatever you declared your variable as, like the data type, dot get config name. And the config name is the configuration, the name in your configuration file on your phones. This can be motor 1, motor 2, whatever you put in there, that will be what you put there. As a note, make sure you put quotes around config name. That's how it knows it's a string. If you don't put the quotes around it, it won't work. Also, as another note, the config name does not have to match desired name. You can have two completely different words as long as they are the variables you have made earlier. It will work. So as an example, left motor equals hwmap.dcmotor.get motor1 in quotations. So this would associate the left motor with motor 1. So as a quick example, we can see here in the Hardware 9 K9 bot program in the sample files that they have 4 components. They have DC motor left motor, DC motor right motor, servo arm, servo claw, and these will be the different components that they will be using throughout their program. Now you'll notice they say this before their initialization statement so that it knows what the variables are beforehand. Now once they do get into the initialization statement, they have their left motor equals hardware map.dcmotor.get left drive, and right motor equals hardware map.dcmotor.get right drive. So what this will allow them to do is associate the two like we said before. As for the servos, they have arm.hardwaremap.servo.get arm, and claw equals hardware.servo.get claw. So this will allow them to do the same thing with their servos.